previously on New Crates on the Block.
I would be letting the extermination of a people happen. We need to leave.
Then fight.
What an outsider is asking these people to do is 100% against their nature, their way of life.
This is going to be a slaughter if they aren't prepared for it.
You guys don't understand what I saw. I talked to Kay.
Bad news. Most of us are gonna die, but not all.
2 are going to die or 2 are going to live?
Live. Isn't that great?
That is unacceptable.
Well, what's in the bones don't lie.
Okay, so you're alone in the long hovel.
Here we are again.
Hovel. In the little hovel.
Little hovel.
Yeah, little hovel. We're alone in the hovel.
And you guys are waking to the smell of some cooking meat. It's undescript meat. You don't know what this meat is.
Oh,
So
God.
we don't know.
Where's Philippa?
You know it's meat.
Where are the giants?
I didn't even think of
We missed the whole battle.
We were busy talking about how to handle this situation.
Yeah.
My alarm
Why
didn't
did
go
anybody
off.
wake us?
Well, we didn't have a steep drop for the inception that we were under, so we were just under for too long. We missed the whole battle.
Oh, man.
It is the next day. You guys do still have a few days until the flaming order was actually going to get to you guys. So you rise. You see Philippa and Emmy kind of on the corner of the hovel chatting. There's like a piece of paper laying out in front of them and look, it kind of looks like a rudiment drawing of the village, and like with little like drawings around it.
So they're like planning together.
They look
Coloring?
Yeah,
They're coloring?
well, they're not cut. No, they're planning where they're going to be putting the walls up.
Do you want to plan a battle?
Oh, fuck.
Come on, let's go out and slay.
See, you know what? Here's the biggest mistake, guys. I haven't seen either of the Frozens.
You idiot!
And
What?
Yeah, and I was talking to someone about it. And I think it was Jackie, and she's literally like, "How are you writing this right now and haven't seen Frozen?" And so I just want to apologize to all the people out there that there's not going to be any Frozen references. So
Well, especially Frozen
Well, we'll
2.
make them
Their whole
for you.
thing
Yeah,
is
yeah.
about the elements.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I haven't watched.
Sorry,
Frozen.
we got that.
Yeah, okay.
Don't worry, we'll
there
take
you
care
go.
of it.
One check.
Yeah. So that
Well, actually,
so
2,
just-
because I called her Elsa.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Two check.
We've gone there a few times, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I just so you as the players know that you will have to be
Can
taking
we make
reins.
the rest of that song, please? Because I kind of want to.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll get another little one.
Okay.
We could do a little
parody?
clipped in parody. Do you want to plan a battle?
I like it. Okay.
Oh my god, that's just not going to be fun because then I have to sing it twice as 2 different people that sound exactly the same.
Oh, man.
Wait. The robot wanted to sing.
We always forget to turn it off. Must dispose of my rinse in the middle of the podcast.
I must evacuate myself.
Sorry.
Excuse me.
I'll just fold myself back up and I'm off. Okay, done.
Did we ever pause?
No, that was all in.
Oh, that was all in there. Great.
That'll be
Okay.
bonus content.
That'll
don't worry.
definitely be a good.
Yeah,
some nice
but,
bonus
Jesus.
content.
Okay.
All right. Do any of your other appliances need to cycle on and off?
More than 2 shakes and you're playing with it.
Goodness gracious.
I always felt like 3 was safe.
And then the biggest
course
sip
you
of
did.
coffee.
Oh.
All right.
I got a lot to shake.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Come on. Just.
Get out of here.
Oh no. What is this? What are these episodes? I'm so
God.
sorry. The new flavor was wrong.
I want to go back to classic New Kids on the Block.
Well, this is classic. We just fuck around for 45 minutes.
Okay, so you guys see Philippa and Emmy kind of coming up with a battle plan. As Emmy I know you want to sing it so bad, Ben. but
No,
just don't.
Catan just looks at the battle plan and just goes, "Oh,
That's cute. Yeah.
that's
Two
nice.
little girls.
That's
making a
nice.
plan.
It's cute."
Emmy looks at me like, I'm sorry, cute?
Yes, it's a military term. C.U.T.E. It stands for
Oh, this should be good.
It stands for
Correct.
correct. Yes, see
Usage.
Yes, yeah, correct usage
I started you off. Bring it on
Tactical.
home, buddy.
Terrain.
Tactical.
of terrain.
Oh, yes.
Environment.
Look at that.
Huh?
So can you say that all as one thing, just so we can clear it up? What was that again?
Correct usage of terrain and environment.
So terrain and environment are the same thing, right?
No,
Not necessarily.
The climate.
I think a better
Now
one
that-
would be
That thought. That's cute.
No, terrain. No, terrain is the rocks, and the environment is the snow on the rocks.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I kind of
It
want to
makes it
change
better
that.
that you have your fucking glasses on
Like,
still.
grab the mic like you're
Are you
like a
hungover? What's going on?
comedian.
I'm nursing like a little baby hangover today.
Oh, okay.
Brian is method acting. So Borel had a few drinks.
Oh, yeah,
and so
totally.
he's trying to get into the mindset.
So last night, Brian had 2 glasses of wine to get himself into character for today.
God, whatever.
No, dude, it's okay. I understand. I don't party anymore, so that's all it takes from me too.
4 glasses, thank you.
Anymore,
Jerk.
dude. Like you
Anymore. I don't
did.
party.
Yeah, I was kind of a little bit of a party guy.
I was a little bit of a party guy.
I was a little bit of a party guy.
Back in my party animal days.
I used to go to bars on a regular.
I like party.
That's not
basis.
partying.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
He's going to get a drink.
okay. I didn't have a drinking problem.
No.
Yeah, but you didn't go to like high school parties and like rage out and like make out in the closet.
We were never
playing, like, beer
invited to
pong.
those.
No, I wasn't either.
I threw my own party once, and
I
Some
went to a
people
few
showed
of
up.
them. I went to a few of them, and I was like, "Man, this is totally not my vibe."
Mhm.
And I just got drunk in the
Actually,
corner.
that
Ben and I just stayed home usually and played Diablo 2 or
Dude, you know what?
Counter-Strike.
You know what is great though? I have to
Or
say, getting
StarCraft.
drunk and people watching at those it's you know what? It's a whole different place. Like do you go to Disneyland and just like sit down and just you're eating?
I'm sorry. Did you just say that you would go to Disneyland and get drunk and people watch?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
California Adventure,
did
man.
I fucking
That's all you
stutter?
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah. Do you?
To
wait,
just
you
be drunk at Disneyland?
Yeah.
Ben, it's these new age heathens who are bringing alcohol.
what do you?
in.
What do you?
This
No, wait,
Over
just
here.
out of curiosity.
No,
you
I've
guys
never been a
take-
little tipsy walking around
Just out of
Disneyland.
curiosity, do you take your son to Disneyland and get drunk and then just like chase him around?
Yeah, do you know how much
Then
money
go on
we
the rides
spent?
and throw up all over,
I think you're thinking that they're getting shit faced, whereas
No, we're
they're
just
getting like a good buzz.
A little wine wasted while we're in Disneyland because we're like, dude, I will totally spend $14 on a pretzel right now because everything is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben.
Anyway.
Get with the program.
What were we talking about?
Oh no! At this point,
So Philippa and Emmy came up with a battle
Oh, yeah,
plan
yeah.
that I called C.U.T.E, and then I had to on the fly come up with a name for it, which
Which is
Awen
pretty
did.
good,
Well, no, you got
actually.
me started.
Philippa
I
raises her
definitely
hand.
needed. I got a help action from Awen is what
that
happened
was
there.
that was a pretty good. That was a pretty good save, though. I think.
What Philippa raises. What was the C again?
Correct.
What about correct usage of, because you don't put of inside of it, tactical environment?
It's
Cute.
the same thing.
Yeah, but
It's-
tactical, that means because we're planning
yes,
tactics.
but I mean that's you. So I'm not the. It's not like
He didn't make the rules.
It's not like I just came up with that on the fly and just.
I mean,
made
kind of
it
looks
up.
over, you're like, it kind of seemed like you
It
totally
kinda seemed like
100.
It kind of seemed.
Especially because Awen was saying
Well, then
it.
how did we both know what it was at the same time?
Well, you didn't know what the T or the E were. You kind of just stopped.
Well,
Well, no,
because
he just reminded me of how it started. Listen. Neither one of you has been in a military capacity like myself, and Awen here, he was the prince of a country, and I'm sure he did a phenomenal job and had lots of interest in the elf military.
Elfitary, yes.
Yes, the elfitary.
God damn it, I got to write that down.
Listen. I mean, you're doing a phenomenal job. I find all of your planning to be cute.
Well, do you have anything to add here? And as you kind of look at the map, you see that they kind of have.
Oh, here we go. Hold on.
No.
It's too big. It has rocks.
Hold
on
on.
it. You
Hold on.
can't pick it
I
up.
need it. I need clean. Thank you.
I thought you were just going to light it on fire. Like, yeah, how about we just start from scratch?
Well, let's see. The first thing they're going to do is burn it.
Yeah. So you look at the map and you see that they have. It's pretty much like an oval shaped village, and they have kind of blockades around it, leaving like a tiny space. And then we kind of like. So she's like, I'm kind of thinking of like they funnel in, like the funnel tactic. Like you guys were saying, like the kill zone kind of thing. So you have like a few different kill zones.
Catan sheds a single tear.
Of pride.
Of pride. Who was saying that? Philippa?
That was Emmy.
That was Emmy?
Yeah.
Sure. Catan is he sheds a single tear of pride that she used the term kill zone. Yes, I mean, essentially, obviously, there's a few subtle changes that need to be made, to make this, battle ready. But yes, this is a phenomenal start. You don't want me to actually tell you how to set up the fortifications around the city, right?
Hell no.
Great. Because I don't know what your city looks like, and I don't know anything about actual medieval battle fortifications.
Put a wall up. That's what I say. Does anyone know about battle fortifications?
No. I was rolling to see what my intelligence was for that kind of thing. In those days of classes, as far as like setting up embattlements,
No,
I know I do not remember. I rolled a 3, by the way. So.
Those were the days you went out hunting with
Well,
Lorelai.
I didn't care about that.
Yeah.
I did not care about that sort of strategic, because Awen is
Commanding an army.
Well, because Awen is so like, I'm jazz, baby, right? Like I move and bob and weave as it comes up.
Yeah.
I adapt to the situation. I am not I'm going to make a plan and execute it. That is, to him, that's the fastest way for plans to go wrong.
You're not going to
So he
open
just
up
doesn't
with the
make them. So
Sicilian, huh?
that no plan ever goes wrong if there's never a plan made. It always goes according to plan.
Chaotic at your best.
Yep.
Chaotic good, baby.
Do you want me to like do anything to solidify my planning, or is it just?
I mean, that's on you, baby. That's what we in the biz call world building. Do you want to do that? Yeah.
So seeing as I rolled a 3 on my knowledge and me going, I can't add any of this at all. I rolled a 16 plus 9, 25 for my stealth check. I'm trying to just slip out of the hovel.
Okay. Yeah. Can I get a perception check from everybody else?
I can't beat a 25.
I don't care. You're gonna roll.
I got a 2.
And that's on. That's pretty on brand.
Hold on,
Well, you're very focused on this map.
Yeah.
I got a 19.
19. Okay. Borel.
Oh, I'm rolling too.
Yeah, everyone's
Everyone.
rolling. I know no one's gonna get it, but
What am I rolling for?
perception.
Oh, yeah, I got a 9.
9. Yeah, dude. You slip. You see Leaf like look at you for like a split second as like you're approaching the door, and then you see her look away, and then you're gone.
Cool.
Sorry, correction. I got a 10.
Oh, then he spotted you.
Alarms go off.
Yeah. You set what Awen didn't know is you set up one of those
Do
little.
I start seeing it like Sherlock? He just like it's
yeah,
all laid out.
you
in
don't
my mind.
you don't
in my
see him
memory
leave.
in my memory palace.
but you do know how he left, and it's just walking out the door.
Okay.
Pretty simple. He just walked out.
And just so you know, if you want to go back to them, I'm pretty much going to be walking around the town, taking inventory of how everybody looks.
Okay, like
how they
morale kind of thing.
I'm essentially like, are these people ready for a fight? Are they looking for a fight? Are they preparing in any way? Like how are they feeling? I'm just kind of taking a lap.
Okay.
Just to kind of get the sense of it.
All
You
right.
can come back to me on
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
but that's what I'll be doing out there.
Okay. So yeah, you guys see Emmy, Philippa, and Catan kind of working over this battle map, if you will, kind of discussing it, and you can kind of see Catan. I'm assuming pointing
It's
out
a cute
like
map.
it's
Yes.
it's a cute map. Yeah.
Of course.
Now
is.
I will never know whether you were saying cute as in your acronym or cute as literally just cute.
That's the fun
So
of it.
100% for certain, Catan made that up on the spot.
Oh, whoa,
That's not
wait,
a real thing.
Wait.
In his
Seriously?
yeah.
I do have to
Color
write
me
that down.
shocked.
You need to
because-
write that down.
Yeah, cute. acronym.
You know, all of you at home are laughing, but I really have to spell things out.
Are you sure they are?
Probably not.
All of you at home are laughing. I'm not. I'm not laughing.
I cast command.
Laugh, please. Please clap. Please
But
laugh.
I do have to spell things out for Jake sometimes.
Jeb Bush.
Please clap.
Please clap.
Oh,
Please clap for my mom.
God, I remember that. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay,
He
so
looks so defeated and so annoyed. Just like, please clap.
so one person has left the hovel in 2 episodes.
Yes, I did it. I win D&D.
You did. Awen solved. You know what? You won the whole game.
Yay!
You beat it. That was it. I literally just trying to get you guys to leave the.
Well, we'll
fucking
see you guys later.
yeah, that was the story. Hopefully, you guys liked the campaign. That was it. What is Borel and Leaf doing? Are you guys gonna walk about the town? Are you guys gonna hang out and help with the battle planning, as far as like with Philippa and Emmy?
If I may.
Yes, please.
Don't interrupt her with her.
With my
I think she was almost
right
there.
I was so close, having a really good thing that I was going to be doing. Go ahead.
How far along are they in dismantling those traps that were around the?
That would be something you want to
Yes.
go and check that out. Okay, so well then, hey, Leaf, you didn't have much time.
I'm going to go help Borel to dismantle traps.
Oh, there
Hey,
you go.
you got the spell magic.
I can do that.
so creative.
So you guys-
Oh,
you guys-
that's just what I was going to say.
Are
By
you
the
guys
way.
gonna say anything to Catan as you walk out? Or are you just gonna stealth out like Awen?
Aren't we like the last 2 in there?
Well,
thought
I mean,
he-
he's
I
he
don't
is
care if
focused.
you leave or not. So you can stealth out or not.
we know.
Let me go ahead and make this easy on you. Sure, roll, don't roll, whatever.
I've got a little sneeze in my nose. Hold on. Don't come out.
Hold on, is this canon or is this in real
It
life?
could be both.
No, just keep recording. I want to see what happens here.
Okay, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone.
Let's see how this plays out. Riveting stuff. This is the most exciting thing that's happened on this podcast in 2 episodes. Record
Oh
it.
my god!
Gotta get that content.
We need it.
I'm going to salute to Catan and be like, "We are on the job. I'm going to go take care of the traps with Borel." Sir.
Yes, very good. Go take care of Borel with the traps.
Okay. Yes, that's what I said. Sort of.
Sure.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay,
Let's
yeah.
go.
So you guys walk out. Catan, do you want to do anything with these 2 girls? Like, as far as the battle map goes,
Don't you dare! Those little eyes get back in your skull, sir.
fucking I. Oh,
Poor
Stop
choice of
putting
words
this
there,
right
GM.
on the table for him.
I know. I'm sorry. I serve it up. Too good.
I'm not gonna tank that. So
I feel like you saying or not means you just did.
no.
Kinda,
Is that your way of saying, like, I'd take that?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not going to think
I
that.
think that.
give that a
I
tink.
think that.
I'd give that a think.
I throw a little tink that
I'm
way.
good enough for a tink.
It's like, oh, dude, that's not tink-worthy. Totally not tink-worthy.
I'd try to think that.
Hey, baby, you look good enough for a tink.
Yeah, this tank is gonna tank that. No, I mean
Wait, what?
Tank is going to tank.
Oh,
this tank is gonna
He
tank
just didn't
that.
say it very clearly,
yeah.
but I just,
okay, got it.
I review their map of the town and their battle fortifications and whether or not I feel like they are sufficient and defensible and capable of being like set up, right? Do we have the materials? Can it be done? Will they be steady enough to hold? Will they be fire resistant? Yada, yada, yada.
So the few things I think you would have noticed there are that, one, there's not enough room between the wall and the actual village to have your kill zone. The where they put the walls is too close. There's not enough room for said kill zone.
Okay.
2, they're building the walls, so the material is kind of ice and them essentially. Not they're not the materials. That sounded weird.
It'll be like magic ice.
Yeah. As far as you know, like they have not built walls themselves, so this will all be new to them. And you don't know where the spike, because you guys were talking about doing like holes and spikes and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So those kind of things of like where those are going to get placed and like how far out the wall, I think that would be something that you would like discuss with them if you wanted to.
Yeah,
We don't have to actually role play that. We can just say
no.
that you
It's just
discussed that
I
with them.
spend time with them tweaking their map to allow for all of that, so they don't waste their time. I don't want them to go and build all these fortifications and then go out there and go, this needs to be moved over here. There's not enough room for a pit. This doesn't allow for the opportunity to retreat, yada, yada, yada. I just spend time helping them. And then like taking into consideration that also there's going to be 70 adult giants. So like, we're not talking about spaces. We need room for giants on our side to fight outwards and retreat, but then we need traps that would be specifically harmful more to smaller people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, which is a little outside of Catan's usual planning. Like if this was just a straight up like, tactical map of like mounted combat versus foot soldiers and archery and whatnot, I think it would be like so second nature to him to look at this and just be like, this needs to go here, this needs to go here. But given that he's dealing with completely, Jake has handed me a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
There's your map.
Ooh, it's 2 in 1 episode.
Yeah,
For all you
stop handing me paper.
Paper flicking fans out there.
Flick fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, while I'm handling other people, Ben.
By the way, this looks like a shield.
Thank you.
Oh, was it a compliment?
I don't know. Is the city supposed to look like a shield?
Now it is.
I'll never tell.
Okay. So anyway, he goes over everything and just makes the adjustments that he feels would be necessary. But he literally takes them and the map and like goes out to the areas and like looks at them with the map to make sure everything is like scale, and then actually starts to like
Takes out his dad measuring tape and like starts
a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Takes out a level like, oh, this ice isn't
Measure
level
twice,
enough.
kill once.
I was gonna
You
say
can only-
measure twice, smite once.
Yes, exactly.
We need that on a shirt, by the way.
All right.
Measure twice, smite once.
Add that to the merch.
Well, that's when you do an oath of vengeance. That's
Someone
when
add
you do
that-
your anonymity vote.
Wait.
You have advantage.
Wait.
Measure twice, smite
up.
once.
Someone listening, add that to the merch thing, because by the time this episode goes out, I will have forgotten, and I don't want to add it too soon. So if you'd be so kind, one of the mods, please. Thank you.
We love you.
Mwah.
Okay, yeah. So you go about that. Awen,
Yeah.
I don't think I would make you roll for this necessarily. 'cause-
Yeah, I think I can tell how people are feeling before like
Yeah.
a death-defying battle
Yeah.
is coming.
So as you're walking around town, for the most part, you see like people outside, like taking their weapons to the blacksmith, getting prepped. You can see people like fortifying their houses, putting like with their some hovels, some actual like homes. They're like barricading their doors, putting spikes out front of it. You can see that most of them are just getting ready, just prepping. You don't really see anyone like lollygagging or like crying or anything like that. There's no weakness to be found here.
Yeah, and that's more what I was looking at. I assume they'd be preparing for battle, but do they look scared? Do they look excited? Do they look
they
happy? I mean, as happy
they look
as you can
hardened.
be. Okay.
They almost look emotionless, like they are just focusing on what's in front of them. No one looks like they're really. I guess in the easiest way to say it doesn't seem like it's hit them yet, of like the really like impending doom that is coming. Like they're going through the motions, but everyone's kind of just like a little dead on the inside, just kind of like I said, just going through those motions of getting ready and prepared. Like they've done this so many times where it's just like muscle memory for them.
Okay.
And I don't think, at least at this stage, it hasn't set in yet.
Is there someone like overseeing any of this? Like, can I see someone?
Grotor and Elvig probably would be walking around the village like,
That spike's not spiky enough.
first, things like,
course.
just offering advice,
Sure.
helping. Elvig walks over to a family of people like trying to help and like picks up their spikes and like hammers it in herself and like goes to the next place and like helps them put up their fortifications. There's not like a job site foreman going around.
That's what I was asking. Like, is there someone on like an elevated area that's like, hands folded looking out to make sure that everything is going?
Yeah, there is none of that. It's a lot more of like a neighbor helping neighbor kind of thing.
Okay.
A lot more small scale than big scale things going on.
Catan just Ben put his hands on his head like he just had some major revelation.
I did. Just you go ahead and keep doing your thing. And I just realized something, and you will all be informed of it when it's my turn to talk.
Okay.
All right.
And all of a sudden, it's Ben's turn.
Yeah.
No. Go ahead. This is.
Did you just pat his head?
He sort of did.
All right.
I didn't ask for a replay of that, but okay.
Okay. So I would walk up to Grothor, right? He's the
Grothor,
Jarl.
yeah.
Grothor. And as he was kind of walking around, when he yelled at someone that spike is not spiky enough, I'd be like, yes, sharpen that spike. And I'd kind of give him a little pat on the butt, not in a sexual way, but just like, two coaches kind of talking to each other. Give him a little pat and fold my arms with him. Like, all right, so how are we looking here?
He looks down, he's like,
pretty good so far. If most people have their fortifications up around their home, is what we're starting with, and then we're going to start fortifying the outside. And we got plenty of people doing the hole digging for the traps. So that's our first priority. And then once that's done, we'll build some little divots in the ground, build some
Jay can't remember this word. Trenches. There you go.
Build some trenches and some more spikes around those, and do the old I don't know about you elves, but you guys do the thing where like you make a trench and then you put spikes in it and then you poop and pee in it so that if they do fall in it, they get infected by it.
Oh, no, I've heard of that tactic used before.
Oh, dude, it's wonderful. It does. I mean,
I don't know if wonderful is the word to use.
Oh, I mean, it strikes fear. Nothing like watching some people fall into that little pit and like just their morale tanking once they know like, oh, they can make it out of the fight, but they're probably going to die from an infection before they get home. Man.
I'm gonna say, yes, wonderful, yes, quite. Speaking of morale, and I'm gonna do a little hop and jump up to like his mid thigh and put my arm around his shoulder, right? Because he's a lot bigger than I am.
Yeah.
And get right up to his ear and be like, "How are you feeling about all this?"
Sorry, I can just.
Is this the
Awen
Jarl?
Yeah.
Awen just jumped up like I can imagine you like you use his knee as like a little bit of a post to jump up.
I do a little jump and I kind of like perch myself up on him.
Yeah, so
with my face right in his big giant ear.
Your legs are just dangling.
Well, one's on his leg to hold while I'm holding around his shoulder.
He's kind of scaled him.
Yeah. Like half scaled him and be like, "How are you feeling about this?" By the way,
you see him like look at you like his eyes raised a little bit more out of confusion of like what the fuck is this guy doing?
You're trying to kiss me.
I'm gonna point to the mark the not scar but the cut that's healed up on my forehead. To be like,
Yes, I heard what you did to Aelvig.
Yes, I'm just part of the clan now. Obviously, I understand your ways, and
I appreciate you taking part in our traditions.
Yes, and I look around. I did want to say it out loud because obviously I don't want to bust you out if you aren't feeling. So I wanted to talk man to elf to giant here.
Well,
how are you really feeling? What is the morale temperature of the clan?
I guess the main feeling of, well, me and most of my people is fear is one of them for the common folk. Yeah.
So you're not excited, happy?
Oh, I as a warrior, yes, I am excited for this coming battle, as most of the other warriors are, to determine where we fall and to uphold our traditions. There's nothing we could ask for more. Like this is what we crave. This is our, I guess, destiny in a sense, our tradition, and some aren't as excited about that as others, but I think overall morale's good right now. I'm a little worried once they start to actually come into sight of our village that might affect us a little bit. But
he kind of like sits up a little bit more, and that like now like as he stands to his full height, because he was kind of leaning over when he was talking to you. Now he stands to his full height, which is about 15 feet tall, to where like your legs kind of like start to lose purchase, and like you have to kind of move up to his like the waistline.
No, I think at that point I would kind of slip down.
Oh, you thought
back down to the ground. Yeah.
He stands to his full. He's like,
but we have a feast the day before the battle,
oh,
and I hope that will reinvigorate the morale and
raise the spirits.
raise spirits. And as tradition says, we will speak our regrets into the fire, and we will not die with any of those weighing on us.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Bet you weren't expecting that, huh? I bet you weren't. Anyways, it's your favorite barbershop quartet, Matt, I guess. Yeah, I got a little silly there, okay? I was feeling good. All right, so this isn't going to be your normal break because we have a new goal that we want to help our fans reach. So, we want to get 200 reviews on Apple Podcasts. Yes, we're sitting at about 75, and our goal is to get 200 reviews on Apple Podcasts. Now, you might be saying to yourself, first of all, oh, what's in it for me? Right? That's a fair question. So what if I told you that we had some Awen backstory episodes recorded that we've had sitting for a little bit, not sure what we wanted to do with them. We thought, you know what? This might be a good prize if we reach our goal to release these episodes of Awen's backstory to kind of fill in a little bit of what happened, because you know what happened with the dad, right? And you know what happened when he reached the rest of the party, but what happened in between? Well, this gives a little bit of insight of what that is. We thought it'd be a really fun way to entice our fans into helping us reach that goal so we can release these to the public and have you guys listen, because let me tell you, they're really good. You get to hear each of our players play a totally different character, except for Awen, obviously. And man, it's pretty good, I got to tell you. So if you want to listen to it, I know you do, help us get to 200 reviews on Apple Podcasts. Now, you also might be thinking, well, I'm an Android user. Okay, steal someone's phone who is an iPhone user and leave the review there. That's simple. Or tell them to leave the review. Just get the word out to the people. Help us get to 200. As soon as we get to 200, we're going to throw those backstories into the rotation, all right? The easiest way to get to the place where you need to review is go to our link tree, linktr.ee/newcritsontheblock. Click on the Listen on Apple Podcast button, and then just scroll on down to leave that sweet review, all right? We would appreciate it so much. Plus, you get that extra content. So let's do this together, all right? Of course, you can find us on all of our social media platforms at New Crits on Twitter, at New Crits on the Block for Instagram, and at New Crits on the Block for Facebook. Speaking of our link tree, linktr.ee/newcritsontheblock, you can use that to get to our Discord, which we are growing every single day. We love the family we have in there. We just did a Q&A where fans were able to leave their questions for the cast in a channel in there. They get to share their creations they make. They get to just interact with the entire growing family we have, and we love it. The other thing you can get to from our link tree is our merch store. We just added a merch of the month this month. We already have a couple people who have bought those items, and we love it. We're going to keep doing a merch of the month if we can. So make sure to check in to our store, buy all the items we have already. They're very high quality. They are great stuff, and we love the feedback we're getting from everyone. All right, let's get you back into the episode. Thank you so much for joining in again this week. Again, Apple Podcast Reviews 200, release that backstory. Thank you in advance. TIA. We know you guys are going to help us out. We know you guys are going to help us do it. We can't wait to see it. We can't wait to release this content for you. It's fantastic. But for now, let's get you back into this week's episode. We will see you next week. Bye. Bye. Try to do all four at once. Bye. Bye. Bye.
So, Borel and Leaf, you guys are walking out to the outside of the village. You see the sage kind of sitting on a stool, watching about 15 to 20 people in this section. You saw some others like around the other side of the village, all shoveling. And you see that they've kind of gotten a very good method of like one person is like loosening the dirt, one person is shoveling out the loose dirt, and it's become kind of like this labor train of like their stages, and they're starting to knock it off. You can tell that they still might not get through all of this in the 5 days that they have. Like you can tell the people are like, you can smell them as you get close, that like some of these people you saw last night working, and you can tell, like you can see them just drenched in sweat. Most of them took off their shirts, have like been or tied them around their heads to kind of help with the sweat, the perspiration on their eyes. And you walk over. I'm assuming you're walking over to the sage.
You mean the seer?
Like we said, we were calling him the sage. Did I say seer?
No,
It's
it's
definitely been
seer.
seer.
Oh, definitely
Seer.
seer.
Oh, I thought
I was
sage is just
Is there
somebody
another
different.
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
seer.
seer. Sorry.
I guess I'll walk up and just kind of, we'll trying to catch the seer's eye, sort of acknowledge that we are here, and just sort of like cross-armed, just looking at the progress of what's being made.
Yeah. You see the seer kind of look over and like nod his head towards you, and then first he like looks out, and then he points towards the spot where there's no one at, and he kind of like points at you and then points at it again, and then kind of like just keeps doing that for a second, and then he screams out,
Do you want to go to that area? Yes, just you two have the magical things, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Right. I mean, you show me. I didn't see all this, so I don't know what we're supposed to be doing. I thought maybe you would show me what we do.
yeah, I mean, I guess how many are left to do?
hundreds.
Hundreds?
Yeah, because he said there was 400. They've maybe gotten through an eighth of that so far. Like it's they have to find it, and then so it's a process for them. Like you can tell that they've only done about an eighth of this, and that has been like easily like 8 to 10 hours already of them like working hard on it.
So they just have to dig up all the things?
Well, they don't have any other method of dismantling these.
Well, I mean, I can make a really big hole. Can't you make a really big hole?
Well, yeah, but the really big hole isn't exactly getting rid of it completely. Like if you go to the places that they had dug them up, it's still there, just diminished.
Okay, so what should we do?
Well, I think these people need a break because you are working these people half to death. They're not going to be in any condition to fight when the time comes. So I think we need to re-examine the workload here. How about you guys go? Let's give these people a rest. Leaf and I will take over from here. A couple hours, they come back and pick up the work again.
That's probably a smart idea. Okay,
And you hear him clap,
come on, people, let's go get some food.
and everyone like you just see them all just just toss their shovels on the ground. Some of them are just like hands on knees, just like taking a deep breath before they all start kind of taking that labored walk back to the village. A few of them, as they pass by, like put their hands on your shoulder
Thank you.
and continue walking off back to the village.
Yeah, I just kind of nod and I don't say anything.
Get some rest. Bye.
Your katana in the distance go like, this is not a paid break. MOU states that
We're part of the giant union local 1.
all unions at this point are giant.
Okay.
Back to Fuma libertarianism. I'm getting
the first union ever.
first giant union.
Yeah.
and the last.
Okay, so what if we use? I mean, I can turn up the earth and
Do you
get
have
like a big.
Do you have a spell to dispel magic? Excuse me.
I've never tried it, but I think I can.
mean, that'd be the way to do it. And I mean, I don't think we can do this in 3 days.
It would be 4 days at this point.
Oh, 4 days. I mean, these are not going to get done by the time. I just don't think that we can get these done with the rate that everyone else is going at, and us, dismantling them with the amount of spell slots that we have.
Well, what if we do stuff what if I do earthy stuff to the ground to kind of soften them up for them, loosen it, so that it's already like ready to go, and then they can go in there and finish it, and then we can use our little pew, 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 pew magic stuff to get rid of it the rest of the way.
God, I don't know.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah. Mr. DM, I know that I had rolled to sort of identify what this spell is, and I don't think
You rolled good, but like it's something that's kind of you haven't dealt with before and stuff like that. I mean, you can roll again and see if you can get a higher roll. I think you rolled like a 22 or something like that.
Yeah,
so
I did roll high.
It was pretty high, and that was me like, oh shit, you get to know some stuff. What are you trying to figure out exactly?
I guess if the spell is too high, I wanted to see if I could manipulate it instead of disarm it.
Okay.
But if it's the spell is too high,
I will
level.
give you this little tidbit. I mean, you are weakening the spell.
Right. Well, they are weakening the spell.
They're weakening the spell. So you could always try something with that.
With the ones that have been
Weakened. Yeah.
weakened. Okay. I'm not exactly sure what I'm trying to do.
I get it.
So before, when I tried to identify the spell, I couldn't, but could I roll to see what the effect would be? Because I don't know if I ever got that.
Yeah, you
Like
knew it was
what-
you knew it was some sort of like trap, and like
Yeah.
it was all, they were all interconnected.
Yeah.
You did not know the effect though. I would say you would need to use detect magic,
Okay.
and then I would also need a roll. So both, because detect magic will tell you some stuff.
Yeah.
But since this is kind of, it's not like your normal like, oh, I'm gonna go cast a spell. It's now that you know Kerrigan is involved with this, it is like kind of almost an other world, like magic from another plane, essentially.
Okay.
So yeah, but I mean, it's not like you're going to be fighting today, so you can burn spells if you want.
Detect away, baby.
Can I just real quick in regards to something that you can do?
Okay.
Your move earth ability, right?
Right.
Yeah. I something I didn't realize about it. You can do a 40-foot trench, 20 feet deep, over 10 minutes, and then you can do it again and again. And
That's kind of what I
again.
was getting at.
It's
like-
it's one spell that lasts 2 hours, and every 10 minutes you can do another 40 feet.
Yeah. Like
It's not just a 40-foot trench, period. That's the end of the spell. It's a 40-foot trench that takes 10 minutes to make. And then you can make another one.
Yeah, we could do the whole
and another.
place.
You could
That's what I was
probably
like,
do like most of it.
But we're doing that without understanding what this spell actually is.
True. I'm just
Which
saying
I guess
that
is what I'm trying to
it's still not a bad
ascertain.
idea to have a 20-foot deep trench around the whole place.
you
that
could
they
totally
can't
build a
get
trench
through.
around the entire place.
We basically are making a moat, a fire moat.
Anyway, because I always thought Move Earth was just a 40-foot area, but then I started realizing that like, no, that's 40 feet every 10 minutes. You can do that 12 times. So 40 times 12, that's a 480. You can dig 480 feet
Linear
like
feet,
length,
yeah.
20 feet
in a
down,
day. Yeah.
in a
Okay.
single spell slot.
Yeah.
If
If that's something I want to do.
that's something you want to do.
Right.
I
So-
I didn't realize that because I was like, wait a second, you can totally
Yeah, I think
do a thing.
Leaf, yeah, I think that's where Leaf was going with it.
I was
But
trying to get my erupting earth and then
I want to. I mean, I think it's my
Blast.
I
dread.
just imagine him making a wall and then you being like erupting earth and breaking it down.
I mean, all this labor could be for naught. I
Yeah.
guess that's what's eating at me, and then my curiosity and my dread of what this is
Okay.
like I want to know I'll start with the lesser, like one of the ones that they've sort of dismantled and lessened. I want to try to, I'm going to cast detect magic.
Okay.
And then what do you need as far as a roll?
Just do an Arcana check.
What am I beating?
I'm not going to tell you. Fuck. The magic of DM. Because I give numbers and then you immediately destroy them.
That would be a 22.
22?
Ooh, that's so good.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
So when you go to the weekend of magic, automatically as you cast the spell, you can tell that it's easier to like understand the weave of magic within this. Like it's like having trying to understand like how to make a quilt, and then half of it's already like unquilted. So you can see perfectly like the lines and everything of like how the magic gets put together. So as you're kind of like deconstructing it in the sense, you're seeing that when these links are activated, it seems like it shoots something like a fire, like each one shoots fire up. And once one gets triggered, they all get triggered in a line.
So can I tell that are these things still connected in their weakened state or no? Because I think we said last time they weren't, but
yeah, you could feel like you can. So what you can tell is that the weakened ones are no longer part of the still formed ones, the ones that aren't weakened at all. It's like you're almost forming a different chain now.
Different chain.
Yeah. So the weakened ones are still linked, but they are all like you can feel them up into the point to where like you're essentially making a weakened part of this wall, whereas the rest of it is still like it feels like a sturdy chain link. So this one it sounded like part of it is nice and taut, and the parts where weakened, the chain is like loose to where you can just like walk over it in a sense. If that does make sense.
Yeah, I guess it does.
It's like throwing a rug over barbed wire.
I get the impression that this is a big firewall, and what they have done is they have not prevented the firewall from going off, but probably just made it like less hot.
You're not here. He just shrugs at me.
But and
Aren't I?
Also, Borel.
I'm everywhere.
Tom walks over with the map. Fire.
So yeah, so it's pretty much the spots that you dispelled are all but gone. There's nothing there. The spots that you weakened are like a loose chain, and the spots that have not been touched yet are like a very taut chain. Very taut.
So what do we do? What are you getting over there?
I just want to disconnect all of these. I want this to be gone. I just don't know.
We'll do it.
Well, what do you think about an experiment?
Okay. I like it.
Can you put your glasses back on?
Yeah,
when you
put
say
your
that?
glasses back on. And then go.
They were already open.
I opened them more.
Say it again.
What do you think about an experiment?
Oh, yes. Now I'm intrigued.
Absolutely. Yes, I like experiments. What are we going to do?
I want to blow one of these things up.
Oh,
Very Hagar experiment.
okay.
Let's throw some spells at this.
What an experiment, huh?
But I need you to build.
Stand in it.
I need you to build basically earth around it to sort of protect the surroundings from. Because I'm going to
You want
isolate.
me to put more earth on top of your explosion?
Fair point.
Okay.
It seems like a shrapnel issue.
I could maybe do like a wind wall or something to like hold in the debris so it doesn't fly around.
Like a small tornado, just surround the fire explosion.
I can't say that it will end well, but it will definitely do a thing for a moment.
Quite an experiment we got cooking up here.
That's what happens when you let the two casters go off on their own.
Who are like not the best at their spell books. They're like,
"Hey,
maybe
I
this.
got a bunch of random shit I haven't used. Let's just try a few things, see what
I
happens.
want to try delayed fireball.
What you thinking?
I don't know. What do you?
Okay.
Without going any further, I'm going to basically isolate one of them. So if there is one that's diminished, like I just assume that if they're all in a line, I'm just going to dismantle the one next to it just to isolate one.
Okay. So,
You know what I mean?
so like you're gonna end like the weekend link right before. So
I
there's
want
like space.
to see. So if they're all in a line, right? If I skip every other one, what happens to the one in the middle?
Okay. Interesting. All right. Yeah. Go about that.
Okay, so I'm gonna dispel magic.
That's Jake's response of fuck if I know.
Well, I have it. I know, but
Okay.
I'm going to.
hey, Matt, you remember when we were talking earlier about like the whole when people surprise me with things?
This is it.
This is one of them.
This is one of them. This is one of those times. Okay.
I'm gonna dispel magic on like try. You know what I mean? I'm gonna skip this one.
Yeah.
Because if the ones that I did dispel are all in a line, I'm just gonna skip one and see what happens to the one that I skip.
Okay. So you're doing on the diminished ones.
Yeah, on the diminished
Okay.
ones first. Yeah.
Okay. Cast your dispel magic, and then I will need you to make a roll because it is higher than what level are you casting it at? I guess is the other question. Because if you cast it at 3rd level, I think it's
Yeah, you can go up to 5, 3 to 5.
yeah. And when you cast it at 5th level, you still had a roll for the fully formed sigils.
All right. So yeah, this one I'm gonna cast at 5th level.
Okay. Yeah. So you cast it at 5th level. Hold your roll. You
Instead of
as you
slow your
go
roll.
and like describing it like the weave, you kind of inject your magic into like this weave of someone else's magic, and as you do on this diminished section, you can feel as you like break that one link, you just feel everything just, and that whole entire diminished link is gone.
So the one that I skipped, that one's gone as well.
Yep, they're all gone. The ones to your right and the ones to your left, they're all gone
In the weakened area.
in the weakened area. So all the diminished sigils and the ones that they've dug up, those are all like the magic is now gone.
Oh.
Huh. Okay.
What? What happened?
You were right.
I was right.
We need to
Wait, can you say that again? Into the mic this time? A little louder?
a little louder
Matt-
for those in the back.
Matt, can you isolate that for me
Cut both their mics.
Can you isolate it for me to just have privately to just have that? Thank you.
That is my ringtone.
Yeah, when he calls, I'm
Anytime
right.
Brian calls me, you
You were
you're
right.
You were right. You were right.
You were right. You were right. You were right.
Ooh, that feels so good. Okay. Sorry, back into character. Yes. What was I right about?
Nothing. I hate you. We need to help in any way we can for them to dig these up so that we can weaken these. So
Okay.
what do you think? What's the best way to do that?
So we need to churn up all this earth. So I gotta start getting dirty.
Get a little knuckle crack. in there?
Yeah, crack, crack, crack. Can you add that in? Crack.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll for sure do that.
Ew.
Oh.
There we go. That's
I
good.
had already cracked mine earlier, so
Yeah.
I didn't have
Yeah,
to
sure.
try.
Yeah,
I
sure.
got
Oh, I cracked mine earlier today. It was real
No,
good
I got
too.
one. I got one.
Oh,
was
Jesus.
that actually
Jesus Christ. Do we need to take you to the
Your
hospital?
hands all mangled.
Yeah, and she's like, I can't. She looks like the seer now, like trying to point out, just
Ooh, that was a big one.
craggly
Okay.
fingers.
Yeah, roll for your turn. She's like, I can't pick my dice up.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna. So
Okay, well I can cast an earth spell where I erupt all the earth and churn it up.
Turn it up.
Churn it up.
Slide to the left.
Turn to the left. Turn to the
Dig
right.
to the right.
Dispelled level 5.
Guys, can we make so many
Turn
more
it up.
D&D songs, please?
dispel real smooth. Yeah, I also have a.
You
Oh,
also
we broke Jake.
you can also do that thing you did in Phalar where with the bombs where you like
I
the big old
I can't remember if that was the same spell or not.
lusty
My version of that
Trenchy.
spell.
thing.
So yeah, so I'm going to go find an area, I guess, that looks untouched.
Okay.
So I'm going to go find that, and I'm just going to do some erupting.
Okay, and how are you guys going to be doing this all day? Are you exhausting yourselves?
As long as it takes, I guess.
As long as we can.
Okay,
I think with
That's
it, we'll just go in different directions.
I guess I'm just speaking for myself. My one main job for the next 4 days is to try to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm not moving stuff in a giant town, so I'm not going to be helping with anything else.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys go methodically through it. The workers come back after an hour and kind of start helping you guys more on getting the specific earth up and stuff like that as you do your tremors and your moving earth. And then Borel, as he comes back through and dispels everything
I can dispel as well.
Okay, yeah. So both of you guys kind of working together with moving earth and just a little dream team over there.
We did it.
And then we hop back over to Catan. Catan, you had some hand on head moment earlier.
So
would you like to share with the crowd?
Yeah. So Catan's out in front of the town. How many entrances are through this town?
It is open. It's kind of on a little upslope, but I mean you can walk up the side of the cliff on the back.
Oh, there's no wall.
There's no wall. That's why they're talking about building a wall.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, Catan's out there and he's walking around and he has the map and he keeps making tracing footprints and looking at the shape of the town and looking at the map and trying to figure out okay, if we put the wall on the top of the slope, then they would have to run up the slope and then we can have them. No, that's not gonna. It should be. And as he's doing this, he just keeps looking at where they're going to put the kill zone and thinking to himself, if there's too few people in there, we have to lure them in. All of a sudden, as he's doing this and he sees in the town them building the spikes and he's looking at his kill zone and he's thinking about the walls, he stops and he has this moment and he puts his hands to his head and he just kind of goes, I need to talk to Borel. He's still very sorry. That's the thing I was just describing was the move earth. That's what he had done in Phaler.
Yeah, I know that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
You were role playing.
Leaf doesn't know that.
I thought you, Christy Terry, were I don't remember the spell. I'm like,
No.
that was it.
Christy Flanagan.
I already told you.
sorry.
You should know it.
In my defense,
I'll always be a
You don't
Christy
need to.
Terry.
No, you
actually,
won't.
no.
Hey,
Because
Christy, you're
she's
not a
been
Terry,
a Flanagan for longer than I've known her as a Terry now.
That's not true.
That's not
definitely
true at all.
Not even.
You've known her long.
How long you guys been married now?
Wait,
And that's the end of the episode.
And Christy starts beating Brian. All you hear is a little
Arrested Development music. Dum dum.
we're both really bad at that. It's
I feel like
1
more of a
year.
curve enthusiasm on that one.
Yeah, more than Ollie was born, or
1 year less.
1 year less than Ollie.
6
so
years.
6 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So 6 years. Cut it to where we answer that immediately.
Yeah, please. Sure. We're very good married
We
couple.
forget our anniversary almost every year.
Oh, fuck.
We're like, oh right.
We'll just be
both
watching
you
TV
forget
like,
it.
hey, you know it's our anniversary tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
like, hey,
shit.
bring home something different. It's our anniversary.
It's kind of easy for us because our anniversary was also our first date.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it-
yeah.
I don't have to.
That's even harder for me. I would never know what my first date is.
It just made
We
it
know
easy
our
for me
first
'cause
date.
It's less dates to remember because I knew
Oh, I
I knew
see,
full
I see, I
well
see.
she was going to want me to remember both. So I was like, wouldn't it be cute if we just got married on the day we anniversary?
That's your trick.
Yeah, so
Hey, honey, hope you never listen to this.
She won't.
She won't.
Ben, is this cute as in tactical sense
Oh,
or like
This was a tactical move on my part. Yes.
Absolutely.
This was the correct usage of environment and terrain.
Oh my god.
Terrain and environment.
Okay.
you were right. 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 You were right.